Good morning, everybody. I'm Vincent Meza. This is Listing to Leads, and we're going to have a little bit of a wobbly start here because GoToWebinar, the webinar software that we use, has completely changed. And so, if you got kicked out and you're back in, thanks for going through all this. I wanted to have kind of a different start here, but let me begin with what I wanted to talk about. I think I've got this figured out now. So today's class is on Facebook and Google advertising. And normally I go through how to get buyer leads and how to get seller leads. But I had a conversation this morning just a little bit ago with an operator or owner in Miami. And so we were talking about what you have to do. And so I think where I want to go with today is how to think about landing pages. Okay. Now, with our platform, you can get buyer leads, you can get seller leads. We have 80 PDF guides that are branded to you on every page. They can 40 for buyers, 40 for sellers. Lots of ways to get leads that way. We can auto sweep your listings. We can create Facebook ads. You can create them with just 2 clicks. We create virtual tours. We do all these ways of helping you get buyer and seller leads with your listings. And then we have a landing page section. And the landing pages, when we come here, let me go here. You get 3 landing pages. And I think some clients, some agents like you figure that out, and some never figure that out. So I thought we would start here because you can actually do a lot with this section, and it really ties into Facebook and Google pretty well. You definitely, I think you always want to know how to do that. So we're on the landing page section here. When you come here, you get 3 landing pages automatically. You get free home values, you get down payer assistance, and you get new construction. Now, if I went over here to ads, I could create an ad on either Facebook and Google and drive people there. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to show you something that I just created because I just created it, and you should just give you an idea of what you can do. So I'm going to type in Miami, and I think I have a Miami page here. And while we're waiting for that, I want to apologize and thank you for hanging out and jumping through these hoops, because you can imagine when you're doing a live presentation what it's like when things go sideways. So over here, I created a Miami "What is your home worth" landing page. Okay. You should all have landing pages, multiple landing pages, one for each of your areas that you are working on, right? That you want more listings. And so let's just do that together real quickly. You click on create landing page, you click on property valuation plus. I will point out you can create landing pages for FSBOs. And I'm going to create one for FSBOs because I think this is an important part where here's another way for you to get listings. So let's just do this together, and then we'll come back to that other one. When we create this landing page, we can see it right here. And let's click on it, and it says selling your Miami home. Now, what the option here for FSBOs is we're going to give that homeowner free marketing tools. So they click, yes, I want Facebook, or I want a YouTube video, I want a virtual tour, and I want social media marketing, right? Yes, I want these. So if I click this, it's going to ask me for the information. So this landing page is designed for you to get in front of FSBOs, okay? And if we want, now that it's created and you're creating it in your account, you can actually share that, right? So if I click that, I'm going to share that to my Facebook page, right? Now, I really wouldn't recommend that, but you can, just that functionality is there. The key is you created the landing page for a homeowner in just a couple of clicks, right? We clicked on FSBO and we typed in Miami and boom, we got it, right? So how do you get that in front of people? Now, some of you probably know you can find FSBOs on Zillow, you can find FSBOs on Craigslist, and there are probably other places where you can find FSBOs, right? If I do that, I want to get this in front of them to offer that ability of hey, let me give you some free marketing tools. And then, and this is the Miami FSBO one down here. And we're doing that for the assumption that after a couple of months, I might get tired of dealing with the home as FSBO and want to give it to a realtor. Who would I give it to? Probably the realtor who's giving me free marketing tools, right? That's the whole strategy here of doing that. So we created that, and I'm going to go over here real quick, and don't mind this page. This is from the disaster that was happening earlier today. I'm going to pull up something that is relevant to Google. Okay. This is an article. We didn't write it. It's something that we reuse as a reference. And we're going to get into Google. And what this is, these are the keywords right here that buyers were using. And it's actually updated a couple times a year. So it's an up-to-date article. If you're buying a home, these are the searches that people are typing in Google. If you're selling a home, these are the top searches that people are doing. And one of those things is how to sell a house without a realtor, right? So if we're talking about FSBOs, that's what people are typing in. They're also typing in how to sell a house by owner. This article is really useful. I'm going to send it to all of you if I can figure out how to use this dumb software. Let me see if I can figure this out here. Okay. I'm sending this to everybody. Okay. So if you look in the GoToMeeting chat panel, you're going to see this is that the article that I'm referencing. Okay. And let's see if I can get back there. Okay. So it's this article, and we're talking about FSBOs. So how to sell a home house by owner is going to be relevant. Okay. So let's go over to the ad software. Now, just to point out, and I'm sorry I'm jumping all over here, but that GoToMeeting thing boiled my brain. So when you sign up for our platform, you get Facebook ad software. It's part of the solution. You absolutely want to use our software because we make Facebook incredibly easy. And we also make it to where you're not wasting your time and money. If you try to go run an ad on Facebook, which I'm sure many of you have, it changes all the time. You can make mistakes, and you can find that you're not going to get a lot of results. Okay. Now, Google, the vast majority of you have not created an ad on Google. And I think that's understandable because Google is frankly a mess when you try to go run an ad on there. It's ugly. You have to know a lot, and it's not intuitive. It's just, that's the simplest way. It is not intuitive. If you sign up for our Google software, and let's just go click on Google, and I want to create a landing page ad, if you're not a client, it's going to ask you to subscribe for $30 a month. Okay. And that's going to make it incredibly easy. And it's going to look like this. So now that we created a FSBO Miami landing page, which is right down here, let's create an ad. So we created a landing page first. You saw how easy that was. And now I'm going to say, where do I want to target? I want to target Miami. Okay. And I go here. And if I click, you don't have to click here, but we're learning together. So I'm going to slow down. Let's click on view link. What does that mean? That means when they see the ad, they're going to land on this, and you know what this does, right? This offers free tools and captures leads. Okay, that's what that's about. So I'm going to just close some of these things here because I'm trying to get my mind straight. So if I click publish, that is going to create the ad. It's going to target people who live in Miami, but also it's got all these keywords in here. How to sell a home by owner, land for, how to sell, how to sell a house without a realtor. Why would we use these keywords? Because these are the keywords that people are writing in right here, right? So we're making it automatic. That's the whole value of using our software. Now, if you had to go write an ad, just for our conversation, when you write an ad on Google, you have to write multiple headlines. It doesn't tell you what to put there. It just says do it. Fill in those boxes. Those headlines, this box here, transfers over to here. And the reason they ask you to put multiple ones is they rotate it. So every time somebody sees an ad, they get a different view until they realize what view gets the most clicks. and then they hone in there, right? Now, you see this language here, this is the preview. And so this is tied to this description down here. Again, they rotate. You have to have 3 different descriptions. And I want to point out, we're doing it for you automatically. Okay, that's what it's about. So here, how to sell a house without a realtor. Let's imagine, well, let's not imagine this. Google is the #1 website in the country, in the United States and in the world. It's the #1 website. Okay. Now, 86% of all searches on the internet in the United States begin on this page. And we know right here, how to sell a house without a realtor is a pretty important search, right? So if I type this in here, which a lot of people do, who shows up? Well, John Buys Bay Area Houses shows up, right? Open Door shows up. A couple of local realtors show up. Where are you? You're not running ads, and I don't have an ad running right now, but if I had an ad, and I'm also not sitting in Miami, right? So it wouldn't show up. This would be targeting people in Miami that type in any of these keywords that we're automatically putting here for you. And that's it. So we went in the advanced options just so you understand the mechanics of how this thing works. But if you're trying to get in touch with FSBO, you now know how to create that landing page, and you know how to run an ad on the #1 website to get out there, right? Now, I am going to point out a couple more details here. It says daily budget of $50, and it's a 7-day ad. So your exposure is $350, 7 times 50, right? And what you want to think about is, what is your cost per lead? Okay, so Google and Facebook, there's a term for this kind of advertising. It's called pay-per-click. So if I run an ad on this, and this ad shows up on Google, and somebody sees it, right? They see something like this, and this is sponsored. So this is a sponsored ad right here. If I click on it, I'm not going to click on this because I'd be chewing up this guy's money, but that's literally how Google works. They may say, hey, for those keywords, we're going to charge you $10 a click. And if I click here, you're going to land on that landing page, and that's going to do the work and capture the lead, right? In our world, they're going to click on the link, they're going to land on this, and this is going to do the work, right? We're going to capture the lead here. That's pay-per-click. I don't know what they charge for a FSBO lead, okay? For a FSBO ad. I don't know what that cost of a lead is. Let's go somewhere where I do know the cost of a lead, okay, or cost per click. And that is if I'm running a home valuation ad, okay? So again, we're still talking about Google. And I was telling you earlier that I made a Miami, what is your home worth page? So let's click that. And so now we're running a different kind of ad. It's going to say Miami home valuation, free home value estimator, home valuation of Miami. You see over here? So what do I have to do? I have to type in Miami. You know how to spell it, right? And it's a $50 a day budget, 7 days. You don't have to click on advanced options because we went through that, what's going on. We've got it all set up for you, right? If I click here on view link, we're pointing to this Miami home value page that I created just a few minutes ago, right? So this is what I want to do. What I can tell you this is, when you run a home valuation ad just like this on Google in Dallas, Texas, these leads cost $30 per lead, okay? So if I have a $50 ad and they're charging me $30, I'm going to get 1 lead per day, meaning 1 click, they're going to land on here, and ideally they start filling this out, okay? If you know that it's $30 a day and you want 2 leads a day, you could change this. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. You could change that to 60, okay? Now, I don't know where each of you are sitting, but if you're not sitting in Dallas, you might be paying different than $30 per lead. When we talk about top ways to get listing leads. This is a top way to get listing leads because this is the #1 website in the country where people ask questions, right? A lot of agents are familiar with social media. I have certainly been training agents for probably 10 years now how to run ads on Facebook. And that's cool. And I'm still talking about that every 2 weeks. But you have to think about Google if you want more listings. Okay. There are other, if you watch my classes on, let's just go over here real quick and go jump over to that. If we record these webinars, I put these webinars on our YouTube channel. And one of the things that I talk about is top tools to get more listings, and Google is on that call, right? And there are other ways to get listings, but Google should be part of it. You don't have to start there. As I mentioned, it's an add-on, right? So Facebook really comes with the platform, but I want you to understand like what Google is about and how it works. Now, I want to create, throughout the year, I get different phone calls from people, right? I talk to different agents. And one of those things that also comes up is they might be having a class, right? Does anybody here, and I'm going to walk through this exercise, but in the chat panel, if you feel like you have something unique and a niche that you would like a landing page built, why don't you put it in the chat panel and let me know? And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go over to the landing page section, and hopefully this is going to work. And I'm going to create a landing page for you so that you understand maybe you're creating a first-time home buyer class. Maybe there's some new value prop. Maybe there's different kinds of home buying options in your area. Maybe you want to talk about new construction. Let's go over here and look at new construction. We give you this one by default. And let's see, Scott may have done this. So I think we have on the back of this is not the default look. This is actually a video. It's a Lennar video of kind of one of their developments. And so you can actually customize. We give you see that generic picture there of a house? That's what it typically looks like. If you click on Edit and Tools, you can actually customize this. And let's look at what we've done. We did put that page in there, and it says, hey, there's a free report on buying new construction homes, right? Give me the information. And you could say, hey, incentives end soon. I know that right now in certain states, there's some crazy incentives to buy new construction. Maybe they'll buy down your loan, and you can say right there, let's look at this. So we see that timer, and where I'm clicking on countdown, it says, hurry, incentive ends soon. I'm going to just say, hey, we buy down your mortgage. Is that the right word? Buy down your mortgage, which means they give it to you at a discount off of the current rates if you sign this month. And sometimes the incentive is, hey, you can get a new super cool kitchen. But I just typed some words in there just to show you how easy it is to customize this landing page, right? And let's just say that it was I'm going to go over here. It was a development that was called lead form text. So lead form text is this free report, and you have a new Del Boca Vista. So let's imagine there's I think Del Boca Vista was from the old Seinfeld show. But let's just say that there is a big development in your area of new construction homes. Maybe you talk to the developers and say, hey, could I market your homes and bring buyers to you and get paid? And they say, yeah, of course, we want to get them sold. What incentives do you have going on? We're buying down the mortgage. Now you know that you can actually customize the default page that we give you, right? And then you could go over here and run ads. And let's go click on this and run an ad on that new construction. And now you could target wherever that is. So let's just get over there first, and we'll not talk in the ether. Let me have a sip of tea here. All right. Oh, we're waiting for ad software. That's what we're doing. Okay. So I'm going to click on Google Ads. I'm going to click on landing pages. And There's a down payer assistance. Oh no, it was the new construction one that we were working on. So I'm going to create ad, and it says new construction, and I'm going to just type in my town. Obviously, wherever you are, that's going to be the important thing, or wherever that development is, right? Now here you might have to customize these. This is new construction homes for sale. I would say I would add some words here, right? Homes for sale in Lafayette, because that's where this development is, and homes for sale, homes near me. And that's it. That's all I'd really need to do. New construction. Oh, so here it says new construction, how to buy homes near you. I would swap one of these out and call it El Boca Vista Homes. You can see when I change this here, it changes over here. And that you want to do if people know, like in our area, there's a couple of big developments and there's just big signs, right? You drive by it all the time. You know that's coming. You know that homes start at 300K and all that nonsense. So you leverage that language in your ad. So if I've been driving around it and now you click, I'm going to run an ad on this, now it's going to resonate. It's going to work for them. So that's really how you want to think about Google. And I know I asked, so let me go look over here real quickly. Was there anything? I don't see anything. So let's see. Hold on. Oh, okay. What's this? Oh, Ottawa, Canada home value doesn't work here. That is correct, Martin. And that's because we have not found a company that creates an instant home value. So what you want to do there is I would customize a home valuation landing page so that you can, let's go look at that real quickly. So you get a home valuation landing page. I would customize it, and let me just show you. So here it says free home values. I'm going to click on edit. We've already customized this by putting in a picture of a local area. You should definitely do that because the local picture on the background might not look like what you want. But then click custom and then click lead form fields, right? And I would get rid of this. I would say enter your property address, maybe leave the unit number, put your name, put your email, and then this is page 2, and then save it. So let's save this and let's see what happens when we change that. What we can say, you see it says, what is your home worth? And you could then say lead form text and say, hey, now this picture here, I'm not even sure but what is your Ottawa home worth now? And there's this language here. You know what? I would say fill out form below and let us get whatever, get the costs for you. There's a better way of saying that, right? But you're changing the language of the landing page to actually speak to what you can do. I think Canada, they have different privacy rules than us here in the US. And there are even some states here where you can't have sold information. So this doesn't work, or some counties. Again, it's usually a privacy thing, but you can customize that page to work in your market. And I need to get that big logo out of there. That's really weird. Anyway, I hope that helps on that question there. But then once you customize it and it works to meet your needs, you can go out and still use Google. Now, Ottawa, I have to tell you, because we have clients out in Canada, and I don't know where Ottawa is, but you know what? I'm just going to point out a place here. Since we're talking about Canada, you're talking about Canada. Vancouver, yeah, in British Columbia. So do you remember when I mentioned that seller leads in Dallas cost $30 each? And that landing page that we were customizing right there is obviously designed to get seller leads, right? So if we customize that and we go run an ad on that, if you run that ad in Vancouver, Washington, those leads cost sometimes 150, 200 to 300 Canadian dollars per lead. I don't know the exchange rate, but I think that's pretty expensive. And I was talking to an agent down there. He's, oh, we have expensive homes and we have really serious teams, and they are buying up and driving up the price of leads in our area. He said, so for me, as a younger agent, I can't compete on Google. So he uses our platform to compete on Facebook and other platforms, get enough business until he can compete on Google. I'm not quite sure where Ottawa is, if that's related to that. But that's just a relevant point, is when the price per lead, this is all when we're using Google, it's actually set, it's an auction-based pricing. So I can't always tell you a lead costs $10 or $20 because it's different for people in different cities, in different states, in different countries. Okay. And if it's a certain time of the year where everybody's taking a nap, like the winter, your lead costs could drop because your competitors are taking a break until spring. There's that as well. That's how cost per lead is set on both Facebook and on Google. So we talked a lot about Facebook, or we talked a lot about Google today. And I hope if you have questions, please put it in the chat panel. It's weird the way that this is now. The questions just don't show up. Let's see. Yes, the boards do not share sold data. Yeah, that's right. Oh, so Ottawa is East Coast. Got it. Okay, got it. And then what's this? Okay. Okay, I think I understand where the questions are now. Oh, I see. Oh, they got it. Okay, they improved it. So what? Okay, sorry guys. Oh, we're waiting for the ads page to percolate. There it is. Okay. So I did mention that the Google Ad software costs $30 a month. You don't have to start using that right away. But if you want listings, you definitely got to start using that right away. Now, on the Facebook side of things, this software comes with it, and we have Facebook's ad software built in. So you can create ads on listings, you can create ads on landing pages, and you can create ads on PDF guides. And let's go down the landing page section one more time, okay? And let's do what we were doing before. Now here, we have to think. So let's go, remember we did that FSBO Miami landing page? Normally every time I would tell you, and this is really important, if you're easily distracted, this is a time to get your focus on what I'm about to say. Normally when we do ads on Facebook, I tell people to always leave it on lead ads. That's the default setting, okay? And what that means is when somebody sees an ad on Facebook, see if I can pull up Facebook here and give us an idea. When they see an ad on Facebook, if they click on it, hey, this is like my friend posting some chef or some friend of hers. Okay, this is, let's see where there's an ad. Okay, so these are some old friends of mine. The ad would show up right here, and there would be a button that says learn more, and this little window pops up and says, hey, you're a FSBO, or you like your home value, or here's an open house. When they click on it, lead ads means that their name, phone number, and email are pre-populated from the profile. So nobody's typing in anything. This works incredibly well if you want leads with phone numbers. So you got to ask yourself, do you want a lead with a phone number, or do you just want a lead with an email address and a name? And that's where lead ads is the question. Now, traffic is important. And what traffic means is when I click on the ad, it's going to drive me, and I'm going to create this ad right now for traffic. It's going to drive me to whatever landing page is behind it. And I think this one that we're doing was Miami home value. So it was this, right? And a gentleman was, or somebody was asking about Ottawa. We need that landing page maybe to capture that information. Now let's just focus here. So this is saying, oh, this is a FSBO landing page. Okay, this is a FSBO landing page. Sorry, forgot what it was. So it's Miami. So I'm going to type in Miami, Florida. Now this says sponsored by our business page. This is ours. Yours is going to be sponsored by your business page because the first step is you connect your Facebook ad account. Okay. And then we've got a lifetime budget, max spend $35. I don't really know what FSBO leads cost in your area, so you'll have to test it out. It'll be a 7-day ad. And I'm going to click here. So these are the target words. It says first time home buyer. And this is for people selling your home. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of renting. I might get rid of some of these things. Yeah, because these are like interests that people would be in. Pre-qualification, I don't know if I would really have that. And then I would publish, right? But here's the thing. So this is a FSBO because it says selling your own home. I actually would not use Facebook to target FSBOs. Okay. And that's because in my area where I live in a small town called Lafayette, there's 24,000 people here. I don't really know the inventory right now, but let's just say there's 300 homes for sale on the market. Of that 300, maybe 5 or 10 are FSBOs, right? I don't know what the metric is in your area, but if you're running an ad on Facebook, you're using forgive the analogy, you're using a shotgun when you need a rifle approach. You need to target 5 or 10 people, but this thing is going to target not only everybody in Miami, but everybody living within 15 miles of Miami. That means that this is not really going to work very well for you. That is a problem with Facebook when it comes to getting listing leads. Not really good targeting. Okay, let's click the backup button and let's talk about Facebook landing page. And this time I want to do a different landing page. I want to do a free home value. Now, I'm going to do a free home value for Concord. I created a Concord landing page. You probably realize you can create unlimited landing pages in your account, and you should have home value landing pages for every town you want business in. Concord is about 5 minutes away from me. It's a cool little town, working class, smaller homes. And let's just do what most of you think you should be doing, just so that we can learn. It's better to learn sometimes by falling on your face. It costs money. It's frustrating, but this is what most realtors do. They create a landing page and they say Concord and they go boom, publish. And then they are upset and disappointed because they don't get the lead quality or volume that they wanted. But let's learn what it's doing. It's a $50 ad running for 7 days. Okay. Now, let's think about what I was saying earlier about Google. It was a $50 a day ad. This is $50 a week. Okay. And I could tell you earlier that on Google, an ad like this, those leads cost $30 each. On Facebook, these leads cost usually around $15 each. Okay. So you could expect 3 leads from this ad for $50. If you test it and you get those kinds of leads, I would recommend that you keep going that route. But you might say, you know what? I want more leads, so I'm going to change that to $100. And now, if I'm getting charged $15 a lead, I'm going to get, I don't know, what is it, 8 something leads? Maybe 7 leads, right? 6 leads, 6, 7 leads. So that's how you get more leads as you put more money on Facebook. Now I'm going to click the back button and I'm going to run that landing page ad again. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do it on traffic. Okay. And I'm going to do it for Concord. And we're going to look traffic. And that means, well, I don't have my Concord page up here, do I? But let's just imagine that's it. That means is when they see this and they say Concord, we're targeting there, and they click on the ad, they're going to land on my Concord landing page, not my Miami one. And then this is going to ask you your address, and then it's going to ask you for your contact information. Okay. So let's just go through this page and learn about the home valuation landing page. The first question is, what's your address? Okay. And most people are comfortable typing in their address. Okay. Put that there. Get the value estimate. Okay. So let's imagine we've run an ad on Facebook or on Google. We drive them to this page. We ask for their address and they're like, yes, I want this answer. Here we go. Right. And it does its time thinking. And let's just give it a second. And we even show them their house on a map and say, hey, that's your house, right? Please enter your information. Okay, here's my information. What are you interested in? Oh, I'm just interested because I'm thinking about it, or I need to sell. I need to sell so I can buy. They have to give you an answer and then view a report. Okay, that's what this thing is going to basically do. And what you've asked them for is their address and their address and their email address. And a lot of people will leave before they give you their email address because they don't want to give you their email. You can imagine people don't want to give you their phone number on that online form. A lot of people don't want to give you their email address. Okay. And so that's really the problem of using traffic. Are they going to give you that email address? That's really the question. Because if they don't, you are operating from an address only. Okay, so if we use traffic to drive to a home valuation landing page, I'm gonna for sure, pretty sure get the addresses. I may not get the email addresses, and I'm almost positive you're not going to get a phone number. Okay, that's what happens when you drive traffic on Facebook to a page. But let's back up and let's remember that we can also use the landing page for the same city. Give me a second. Same exact city, and I'm going to use lead ads this time, and I'm going to create an ad. And let's wait a moment. And I'm going to type in Concord. And now when people see this ad and they click on it, you see that learn more? It's going to pop up this little window. And that window is going to look like this. This is a chat little here, right? There's a window here, a friend of mine. And but this window pops up and it says, would you like the information on that page? And there's only one answer. It says yes, and it's got their name, email, and phone number pre-populated in this window. Here's the crazy thing about that. Remember how I said that people on a page like this won't give you their email address? When Facebook pops it up, people click yes all the time. They will give you their name, email, and phone number automatically all the time, a lot. And people actually, our clients love that. They love having that interaction. Meaning if you want, and you have to ask yourself this question. If you're going to convert a home value ad, you want listing leads, can you convert it with an address, or is it easier for you to convert with a name, email, and phone number? And then that's your choice. If you feel like, hey, if I just had an address, I can convert really fast. I think that everybody can convert more with a phone number. But when we talk about the FSBO landing page, that landing page actually gives the option. So you want to definitely drive the traffic. One thing we didn't talk about here is how you get buyers. And the fastest way to get a buyer is to run an ad on a home that is just listed or with an open house. When you're looking for buyers, always leave it on lead ads. Click create an ad. And also, we pull in the city automatically. Just click publish. This is going to get leads. It's a $35 ad, 7 days. Buyer leads right now cost between $3 and $3.25 in general across the country. So you're going to get 10 or 11 leads with this, with name, phone number, and email. If you need buyer leads, this is the way to do that. Okay. If you need more buyer leads, how would you get more buyer leads? You would change that number to a bigger number. Divide it by 3 or divide it by $3.25, and you're going to know where you're going to land. You'll want to do this a few times to know what's going on. So I have to apologize because today I had like weird technology stuff. What are do you have any questions? What we've talked about is how you run ads on Facebook and how you run ads on Google. We talked about landing pages. Really, to understand what's the difference from a lead ad, which means really what the difference is, you're getting high quality name, email, and phone number. And traffic ads means you're driving them to that landing page. And there might be times where driving it to the landing page is really important. If you've got a video, you have a video, and that video is about your value prop or your company and everything that it does to sell a home, and you want to drive traffic to that, well, embed the video on the landing page and drive traffic to it. Well, I totally get that's important. You could also, just as an aside, run an ad and say, hey, I want to import a video right here where it says change image video, and upload the video with that green button. Video ads work really well. It would replace this static image with a video of you saying how awesome you and your company are. So there's options to do that. So guys, we're running out of time. Again, thank you for dealing with our new software upgrade. And if you have questions, this is being recorded. It's going to be in the mastermind group, and it will also be on our YouTube channel, which is just go to YouTube and look for Listings to Leads, and check out our Get Started call. Check out our top tools for more listings. If you want more listings, we'll talk about that. And there's a lot of good content here. I know agents don't like watching videos that are an hour long. I appreciate you hanging out with me here today. But I think the more time you invest in understanding how to unlock the value on this platform, the more your business will grow. Okay? So we're here to help you. I'm going to tell you there's a super cool thing we're building right now. And we are about to change these two tabs into a very functional, very simple for a worksheet for you to know where your deals are, know where your leads are, and help you close those deals. We're working on that right now. I think another month or two, you're going to see some pretty awesome stuff. You might actually be able to save your money on those CRM costs. But anyway, that's another topic. Thanks so much for joining me. Happy New Year. Again, thanks for dealing with that dumb technology stuff. I'm going to see if I can turn this thing off because I don't know if I can. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great 2024.